what I saw with financial planning for the last 4 years is that, um, like, in order to have money to invest and do all the other stuff that you need to do for financial planning, is you pretty much need a good job. And in order to have a good job, you need to be a competent individual. And in order to be a competent individual, you need to um, be strong in those four areas where with your physical self, your mental self, your spiritual self, and your emotional self. And the way that you do, so let me bring up the whiteboard just a second. So basically, yeah, we need to know why we're starting why. And there's a really good book out there called Start With Why by Simon Sinek. I highly recommend everyone go out and read that book, because it's just going to teach you a lot of reasons why you should be starting with the question, why am I doing something? Don't start with what you're doing. So if I was to tell people what I did, I say, hey, I do financial planning and I do development coaching. That tells me what I'm doing. But when it comes to the how, that tells you, like, I could do self-development coaching. Like, I could give you a workout routine. I could tell you, okay, read these books to help yourself mentally in the area that you want to focus on. Emotionally, I could say, okay, here are the 13 things that mentally strong people don't do. So make sure you follow these things. And with financial planning, I could be like, okay, this is how we're going to do your investments. This is how we're going to manage your risk with your disability insurance, life insurance, long-term care insurance. This is what we're going to do for your cash management. So this is with your budget. This is how much cash do we want to have on hand. Retirement planning, like, when are we going to take Social Security? Like, how much can we take from our retirement account so we don't run out of money? Estate planning is like, okay, if we have money left over when we pass away, what is our plan for that money? So those are all the how, but why I do financial planning, self-development coaching is because, like, as a Latino myself, Latinos have the lowest net worth. They don't really understand financial markets. When it comes to Latino financial advisors, we make up less than 2%. And so what I would like to see is, like, more Latinos getting more informed about their finances and just becoming stronger financial individuals so they don't have to stress about life. I don't want them to stress about money, because if you stress about money, then that's going to lead into other areas of your life that's going to stress you out. And life is short, so we should live it to the best of our ability. But if I was just to start with what, then, like, okay, I know what you do, but I don't understand why you do it. And people don't buy what you do, they buy why you're doing it. So you really need to share with folks, why do you want to do the thing that you're doing? So the how and the why. So we really want to focus on the why first, and then work our way backwards. Because like I said, no one really buys what you're doing, they buy why you're doing it. So I want people to understand, when I do financial planning, I'm here to help out professional Latinos to help them grow their money. Because what I saw doing this for the last 4 years is a lot of Latinos are the first ones in their family that, like, make more money than their parents ever made, because they went to school and have more white collar jobs than their parents. But that comes with issues, because there's three things you got to learn how to do with your money. You got to know how to earn it, keep it, and grow it. And if you don't know how to do those three, then there's going to be some type of issue within your financial life down the road. So I want to make sure that folks, Latino professionals, understand what to do with those three areas. So that's the how. And then the what is very, like, specific on ways to earn your money, to grow your money, and to keep your money. But I want people to realize that, hey, this is why I'm doing everything. This is why I got into business. This is why I'm starting my own thing with Grow with Joe, because I want to see the an increased amount of professional Latinos taking care of their money so they don't become stuck in the future. And the reason why people become stuck in the future is because they lack resources. And lack in financial resources can cause a lot of issues down the road. And like with a development coach, I want to teach people how to improve their human capital so they can get those better jobs, they can handle those more challenging opportunities in life, and then help them with their social capital, like tell them, okay, this is how you network, this is how you address conflict and everything, just so that you have more resources and so you don't become stuck. Because when you're stuck, that's when you have feelings of hopelessness and stress creep in, and then it's just gonna deteriorate other parts of your life. You might take a toll on your mental health, so you have more anxiety, more depression. It could take a whole toll on your physical self because you don't feel like working out. So then you're just not taking care of yourself. You're not eating the right things. So like there's like everything ties to everything else. I don't think that things live in a vacuum. They are all interconnected. So, and that comes with self-reflection, realizing that things are all connected. So you really have to understand the why. Why are you doing it? Why is this way? Most people like to focus on the what, like, okay, this is what it does for me, but they understand the why. So like if you're thinking about, like, for example, going to college, if you're a high school student or thinking about going to college for graduate school, that is what you're doing. Like, I'm going to college. The how is like, okay, do I go to a private school? Do I go to a public school? Like, do I take this class or this class to like, do I take like computer science? Do I take history, English lit? That's a how. But the why is like, okay, why do I want to go to school? So if you're like a high school student, you're like, oh, I want to go to Harvard. And why? Because, if you go to Harvard, you're more likely to get more opportunities and to succeed. But then you have to realize, okay, what is like the cost going to be to me? Or is there other alternatives out there? And I'm a big believer that you should know the deal before you accept the deal. So before you accept getting $120,000 in student loan debt, understand how is that going to affect you down the road. So that's a big reason. So that would fall into the how. It's like, okay, how is this going to affect me? I know why I'm doing it, but okay, how is it going to affect me? So that's another thing to consider. And then, like, what are you going to do? It's like, are you going to go forward with that decision, or are you going to try to figure out a different decision? But if you analyze all three of those areas, the what, the how, the why, and they're all solid, you're just going to be unstoppable. Because when things go wrong, you're just going to persevere. Like if you're in college and you're studying for the exam, like you'll be like, hey, I got to do this because it's going to give me that degree, and then it's going to help me get a better job. And if I have a better job, I can save more, I can support my family better. So that's why I'm going to continue working on studying for these exams instead of going out partying and playing video games or whatever you choose to do. You're just going to stick with it. Like I know when I was going to college for my undergraduate degree, I was like, okay, I need to get this degree because it's going to help me down the road. And there's other things that are required just in the degree in this new economy, but that's just one of the whys for doing everything else. So like there's like I said, there's going to be multiple hows for your one why, or you can have multiple whys. I could see that, and then you just tailor them to each one. Or you can have just one big why and then a whole bunch of hows and then a whole bunch of different whats. But like that, yeah, this is the key. So if you're in a job, like that's what you're doing, and you're miserable in that job, it doesn't fit with your why. Like I remember being a federal employee. I was pretty secure job, pretty like good benefits. I could work there. I was going to get a pension, Social Security, but like I was fairly miserable there because it didn't fit with my why. I love being creative. I really love business, trying to figure out, okay, how can we increase the value in society to make the society's pie bigger? And like finances has always been something important to me because like growing up, finances could be tough at times within our family growing up, and it just made me value financial security. And I really just wanted to make sure that I just understood the language of money so I didn't have to face the same financial difficulties. So that's basically why I'm in this career, because like growing up, I was like, oh, I better make sure I understand the language of money so that when I'm older, I don't have to face these same things. So that's why I started reading financial magazines. And then I was like, oh, all my friends don't understand about money and like how to grow it and keep it. So I'm like, let me go become a financial planner. And then I just been doing that for the last 4 years. And then I wanted to start my own thing because I really wanted to focus on professional Latinos to help them grow their money, because like they're a very underserved population. And the association that I joined, XY Financial Planning, offers a system that allows me to work with that target population versus working with other companies that have like investment minimums of $500,000. So you're not gonna, like, I think it's 15% of people have investable assets over $500,000. So what about the other 85%? And so the monthly subscription model really helps with that. With my how can I serve these Latino professionals? But the idea is that I understand my why. Like, it's really tough running a business. There's lots of things going on. I just spent today going over my compliance, doing all these like administrative tasks, not really even focusing on financial planning because that stuff needs to get done. So that's like the how, but like, it's not something I really want to do, but I'm doing it because of my why. I have this bigger thing down the road that I want to accomplish. And this is just part of the process. And I'm going to continue following the process until my why is satisfied. And it's a strong desire. And I'm just going to, like I said, just keep doing it. And then, yeah, and the what is going to change. Like the what is like what specific things I did today. And then the how is the compliance, the other administrative tasks, the writing that I did, and the what. But then it always ties back to the why. Like, this is why I do it. This is why I wake up early and just stay focused on all the tasks I need to accomplish instead of like messing around on my phone or watching TV or just like doing other things that are not tied to my why for helping out professional Latinos increase their financial well-being. And so whatever you're doing in life, try to figure out why you're doing. Like, ask yourself why you're doing something 5 times. And I will really get to the root cause of why you're doing this thing. Like, there's some people that love working in the federal government and it just fits with their why. It gives them stability, it gives them this, it gives them an opportunity to work on policy and everything. And good for them. Hey, you do what you got to do to be the person that you need to be in life. And that's all you can ask for. If you know who you want to be in life and you're being that person in life, you're living a good life. What else could you ask for? You don't have to have everything. You can just be satisfied with what you have, but you have to decide what do you need to be satisfied with. And that's really going to go back down to the why. Like, why do you need this? Why do you need to do that? Why are you going to go have that job? Just figure out the why. Why is this thing happening? And yeah, like for me, I want to establish this business, help out more Latinos, but I also want a job that gives me the flexibility to like travel anytime I want to. I don't want to be told, no, you can't go on vacation, or, hey, no, you can't do this because of this. I want to have the freedom to do whatever I want to do because I know time is short. I could pass away next year, and if I didn't accomplish everything I wanted to accomplish, then like I would feel bad. Like I do not want to have any regrets by the time. Like, but if I was to get hit by a bus tomorrow, I'd be fine with it because I did everything I was supposed to do up to this point. Right? My day is very intentional. I know exactly what I want to do and want to accomplish for the day. And then I just keep moving forward. So it all comes back to why. Why are you doing these things? And then if you get that, life is good. So what I would recommend is just figure out your why you're doing something, and then from there, figure out the how. Those are basically the strategies and tactics that's going to help you accomplish your how. And the what is the specific actions that you have to take today or this month to help you get to your goals or get to your why and everything. And so so that basically covers everything today for the Facebook Live. And if you want a free copy of my book, More You Know, More You Grow, just go to growwithjoe.me/book. And all you have to do is just pay for shipping and handling, and we'll get you a copy. And then we also working with my cousin to help him sell his Mexican folk art. It's stuff that looks like this. This comes from, I believe it's Puebla in Mexico. So each one of these is one-of-a-kind designs painted. If you're in Oregon, we sell these at the Saturday market in downtown Portland. My cousin does. I just help them out with the marketing and everything. And yeah, these are pretty cool. They're waterproof, can stay outside and everything, and it gives you a unique taste of Mexico that you can't get anywhere else. So yeah, if you want to check out the website, just go to linteriorpdx.com and just check out what they have. And but hope you enjoy the rest of your Friday, and I hope you have a great weekend. But I will be here tomorrow to do another live video. And yeah, hope you're enjoying these, and make sure you follow me on Instagram at Grow with Joe, Twitter at Grow with Joe, and yeah, just get some more information on how to help yourself grow physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally. So enjoy the rest of your day, and take care.